I am walking through the forest and it could be very nice, pleasant. But there is a massive attack on me, which is organized by, I think, the most irritating and annoying animal, invertebrate, that we can find in Polish forests. Oh, that's it. I'm Rafał Bartoszewski. I've lived in a city for all my life, but I always knew that the best and the most important things are outside. That's why I want to take you. Closer to the nature. They are not mosquitoes, they are not spiders. It is much worse. Dear keds. Stop! I said something wrong in the Polish version of this video, so I have explained it. In English version, everything should be fine. A nightmare, just a nightmare. There are a lot of them. I'm sure that I have many of them under my clothes. There are small insects that look a little bit like ticks with wings. But they are not ticks and their wings fall off very easily. They are parasites too, but they do not, let's say, hunt us. We are not their main victims and hosts. But in spite of all, they sit on us in big numbers. That's when they lose their wings, and they stick to us with their legs. So it's really difficult to dump them, blow them, or even take them off. Because they are small, flat, and I have one of them in my hair. Okay, it flew away. They can turn a walk through the forest into a nightmare, like I said before. I have already used this word a few times, but not without a reason. Help. In front of me I see a quite big open area. The mouth meadow, I think. I'm in the place where I can find roe deer, red deer, even moose. And such meadow gives many possibilities. So I will put on my headscarf and we will see, maybe something is waiting for us there. The closer I came, the more often it seemed that something was waiting for me there. The animal was walking in one direction, then in the other, and after a moment I have recognized what it was. There was a red fox on the open area, the reddish-brown member of canidae, which I wanted to record many times before. I couldn't miss this chance, especially because the fox seemed to be very busy and focused. These animals are very skittish and it is easy to scare them off, so attempting to get closer was a big risk, but as it turned out later, it was worth taking. It is very difficult to come close to the fox. It's very easy to startle these animals, so I will not take off my headscarf. I hope it will not run away, but unfortunately the chances that it will happen are big. There was a single individual in front of me, which is normal, because foxes are usually seen individually. More surprising was the fact that I saw it during the day, while these animals are the most active at dusk and at night. Of course, you can also meet them during the day, but the chances that it will happen are smaller, and according to them, the area has to be calm. This one apparently was. The fox is constantly penetrating the area in search of small rodents because they are the basis of its diet. It uses not only the sense of sight to find them, but in a large extent also hearing. It is listening from which direction come the sounds of, for example, walking mice, and after that it attacks. When it hears it, when it localizes it. It often does the characteristic jump. Most often we can see it in many videos in winter, when foxes dive into the snow, but it doesn't happen only when the ground is covered by snow, but also in summer or autumn like now. Thanks to the color of the fur, the fox is clearly visible on the background of the green grass. If it was higher, an animal of these size would have no problem with hiding in it. The fox was so busy with looking for food that it didn't pay attention to me. For me, it's hard to say what it was looking for, because the diet of these animals is quite diverse. I think that this individual was hunting on small rodents, which are the basis of the fox diet, or on invertebrates, which were very numerous there. Generally, we can say that foxes are omnivores. Like I said before, the basis of their diet are rodents, but they can also hunt bigger vertebrates, various invertebrates, they can eat plant food like fruit, and they even gladly eat some carrion. Look at this fur. The color of this fur is just beautiful. Additionally, we have a good weather today. It looks fantastic. But such a fur looks good only on the living animal. It moves incredibly agile on this meadow, and it has its ears directed downwards. All the time it listens to the squeaks, rustles, anything that could lead it to a potential victim. This individual probably had at least one den somewhere nearby, inside of which it could hide in the case of danger. Most often, foxes have a few or even a dozen of such dens, but only some of them are used regularly. Dens can be digged because of a few reasons, even as a shelters against the bad weather, but they are often big systems of corridors, and every of them has a separate entrance. These animals can even move into the buttress burrows, which sometimes make their rightful owners to build another shelter. The cubs are born inside of their dens, and although the territory of adult individuals may have different sizes, when the youngs are coming to the world, and a few weeks after that, parents do not walk further than a kilometer from the den. So the size of the territory changes during the year, and the biggest is in winter. It is also a part of the year when male and female mate. Usually they are faithful to each other, but we can also observe males which mate with a few females, or even females which don't take part in mating, but they help the pair to look after their offsprings. The youngs are born in April, and for the first few weeks they stay inside of the den, where parents take care of them. They stay with them at least until the first autumn, but they can look after them even for a longer time. Finally, something scared it. Probably it was me. I've lost my vigilance for a moment and I felt too confident. Ai, it's a pity. Deer cats are driving me crazy, so I'm happy that I will take them off. But it's a pity that the fox has run away, cause I would love to look at it for a longer time. I would endure even the deer cats.